Have you ever wondered what a noun is? Well, let's unravel this linguistic mystery together. A noun is a part of speech that represents a person, place, thing, or idea. Imagine them as the stars of the sentence, the main characters, if you will, around which everything else orbits. These words give us the subject or object of our sentences, the pillars upon which our verbal structures are built. For example, in the sentence, "The cat sat on the mat," cat and mat are both nouns. They help us make sense of the sentence by providing us with the who and the where. So whether it's a person like Alice, a place like Paris, a thing like Apple, or an idea like freedom, nouns are the words that name them all. Now that you know what a noun is, let's dive into the different types of nouns. Ever heard of common and proper nouns? Let's break them down. Common nouns are your everyday garden variety names for people, places, or things. Think of words like dog, city, or book. They're general, not specific. On the other hand, proper nouns are the specific names for individual people, places, or things. They're like the VIPs of the noun world, always standing out with a capital letter at the beginning. For instance, John isn't merely a man, he's a specific man. London isn't just a city, it's a particular city with its unique identity. And the Mona Lisa isn't any painting, it's a specific world-famous masterpiece. Common nouns are like the crowd in a concert, while proper nouns are the headline act. They both have their roles to play, and understanding this difference will help you use them correctly. So those were common and proper nouns. But hold on, there's more to learn about nouns. Are you ready to learn about concrete, abstract, countable, and uncountable nouns? First off, let's talk about concrete and abstract nouns. Concrete nouns are things we can physically interact with or perceive through our senses, like a flower, rain, or chocolate. On the other hand, abstract nouns refer to ideas, concepts, or emotions that we can't physically touch, like love, bravery, or wisdom. Now, onto countable and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns, as the name suggests, are things we can count. For instance, cat becomes cats and bottle becomes bottles. If you can add an S to make it plural, it's countable. Uncountable nouns or mass nouns are things we can't count individually. They often represent substances or abstract concepts like water, sand, or knowledge. You can't have two knowledges, can you? Well, that was a lot to take in, but there's one more type of noun to explore. Last but not least, let's talk about collective nouns. These are a fascinating type of noun as they refer to groups. Not just any groups, but groups of people, animals, or things. Imagine you're at the park and you see a bunch of pigeons pecking at breadcrumbs. You might say, "Look at that flock of pigeons." Here, flock is a collective noun. It's a single word that encapsulates a group of pigeons. Similarly, when we talk about a team of players, team is the collective noun. It represents all the players as one entity. And let's not forget family. This collective noun represents a group of related individuals living together. So collective nouns are quite handy when you want to refer to a group as a whole instead of listing every single member. They add a certain level of sophistication to our language. Now that we've covered all the types of nouns, let's look at how they function in sentences. Have you ever thought about how nouns function in sentences? Let's break it down. Nouns can take on various roles, as a subject, object, complement, and a positive. The subject of a sentence is the noun performing the action. For example, in Cats Chase Mice, cats is the subject. The object of a sentence is the noun receiving the action. In John Loves Pizza, pizza is the object. A complement is a noun that completes the meaning of a verb. In She Became a Teacher, teacher is the complement. Finally, an appositive is a noun or noun phrase that renames or explains another noun right beside it. For instance, in My Brother, the Doctor is Visiting, the doctor is the appositive, and there you have it. Now you know all about nouns, their types, and their functions. Remember, nouns are the building blocks of sentences, adding meaning and context to our conversations and writings.